Hello, welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another product review, Rev review. I want to apologize because I have just been swamped at the shop. It's now September the 3rd and business is still crazy at my shop with an enormous amount of service backlog, and I'm just trying to get through it all because those customers want their bikes to ride. I wanted to do a quick product, I should say more of an unboxing on the Spinergy wheels. And, you know, this is a company that, fortunately for me, is literally right across the street. So they are very convenient whenever I need anything. But before we go any further, if you would please subscribe to the channel. We're at 499 subscribers. One more person we get to 500, which was a benchmark that I wanted, or a milestone that I wanted to get a few months back. So please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post another video. So Spinergy, been a local company here, has sponsored a lot of the local teams for years. And when they moved across the street, they hit me up. They said, hey, you know what, you're really close to us, we'd like to get you on a set of our wheels. And so I said, okay, I'd like to try them out, let's see what's going on. And I like the wheels, so I said, all right, I'll talk about them with my customers when they are looking for wheels. A very specific case is someone who was on my YouTube channel was looking around for something completely different and saw some of my product reviews and saw the head product review that I did, and I'll link that in the description. But I said, or Pete started drilling through and finding other videos and thought he'd send me an email and what I would recommend. Now, one of the things that's happening, September 3rd, we're in 2021. We still have a huge backlog for product, so it's very hard to get product. And in this particular case, the gentleman was interested in a set of Envy wheels. I am an Envy dealer, but they're nowhere to be found. Dates way out in 2022. So I said, look, I'm riding a set of wheels I like. By the way, they are very affordable for what they offer you, and maybe you want to give them some consideration. So that's what we're going to talk about today. They are a set of 47 millimeter deep section wheels. These are Spinergy, as you saw with the box, and they're called the FCC and 47 millimeters. Sorry if I'm using language that is only within the bike industry, but 47 millimeters deep. So not overly deep, but also not a shallow rim profile. Generally speaking, I don't like things over 40 millimeters. I ride a lot in the mountains. There's a lot of swirling wind sometimes. You're coming down a descent and you may have a tailwind. You don't notice because you're going 40 miles an hour, but then you come around a corner and then boof, you get hit with something because maybe the tree cover is gone, or maybe there was a rock wall there that was protecting you, and now you're maybe in an open space and you get hit with this crosswind all of a sudden. So I generally don't like rims deeper than 40. This is 47. It's still very manageable. I weigh about 150 pounds. Obviously, if you're a very light rider, that might be a consideration to you about the rim depth. But 47, plenty wheels out there, 50, 60 millimeters, 80 millimeters. So, but I would strongly suggest if you're riding something that deep, you're maybe doing some time trials or triathlons, and you're maybe reserving that deeper wheel for the back and not so much for the front. So I've been riding these wheels for about 2 months. I will do a much more thorough review, but right now I just want to do a quick unboxing because this is what's been happening. I've been so busy at the shop, I've not been able to get my videos up and loaded, and so today I have the benefit of one of my customers and friends to video me for a few minutes, and so I'm taking advantage of him being here. But the most important thing that I wish to talk to you about Spinergy wheels is that they don't use conventional metal spokes like other bike brands do. So they're not aluminum or steel spokes. They are a fiber type of spoke. So they are the type of spoke that would provide additional ride comfort to a conventional traditional metal spoke. Also, they offer the benefit of no spoke breakage not being an issue. These types of wheels, I mean, people ride them for years and have never broken a spoke. So, and actually the impetus for me getting this set of demo wheels was I broke a spoke on one of my traditionally spoked wheels, and so I'm like, okay, I need a set of wheels, so this is a good time to bring them over and let me do a demo. But that's probably the most important thing that I want to convey to you about the dependability of a wheel like this. So they're called PBO, and it's basically just a ton of fiber strands, and then in this case they're wrapped in a flat type version so that you have an arrow spoke for a deeper section wheel. Now, I wanted to try their deep section wheels because generally speaking I ride a shallow wheel, 30 or less, 20 something or less, or maybe even just a box section rim. But I wanted to try these. Now these are center lock. So if you have a 6-bolt rotor setup, most likely would have to switch over to center lock. You could also use an adapter, but I'm a big fan of reducing the amount of parts and stuff. So same thing with bottom brackets. I don't like a lot of adapters with bottom brackets. I like it to be designed to a high degree of specification so that you put the crankset in and it doesn't take any spacers or any washers or anything like that. Okay, so the most important thing in this case is if you're riding a center lock wheel, a 6-bolt wheel, I wouldn't want to use the adapter that converts 6-bolt to center lock. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is I did the unboxing privately before I came on air, as they say, and I did some of the weights, or I did the weights on these wheels, and it's important that I say this up front. Weight is not that big of a deal. People obsess about this stuff, and it's not, okay? Don't be a weight weenie, but sure, you don't want a 30-pound bike, but honestly, it's not that important, okay? But anyway, let's weigh these real quick just so you can see. And what we want to look at here is there's the rear kind of holding up by itself. Got about 970 on my own. I think it's 972 now. That's the rear, always heavier than the front. And then here's the front, which is about 870 as well, I think. I can't see the scale at the moment. I'm just trying to balance the wheel. All right, that's close enough. It's hard to keep it balanced. But anyway, don't obsess about weight because it isn't that important. Now, these are obviously tubeless compatible because everything is these days. I would strongly suggest about a 25 mil tire. That gives it a nice flush interface, and that's been working really well for me. And then we can talk about more and more on that wheel set as I do the actual product review. But what I want you to Apologies for disappearing, but I needed to, because my shop is so packed with bikes, I just needed to get my bike so you can see them on my bike. So here is my bike. Here's my bike so you can look at the wheels installed and with a tire. So it's always amazing how much deeper a wheel looks once it's got a tire installed. So this is a 25 tire. You can see it's nice and flush with the rim. And of course, everybody's always interested in what the hub sound check is. Not sure why that's a thing, but it is a thing. So there you have it. There is the unboxing video for the FCC47 from Spinergy. There'll be a lot more to follow with this because, as you can see, they're actually installed on my bike. I have been riding them, and I've been doing 10,000 foot climbing days and all that with them. So more to follow. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you down the road.